we start the regular business meeting, we have to have a public hearing this evening regarding the proposed tax exemption for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers. So I'm going to turn the meeting now over to Mr. Harrison.
Okay, thank you very much. We're here this evening to have a public hearing to discuss the volunteer firefighter and ambulance worker tax exemption. This is a required meeting if the board is going to consider, as it is later this evening, to pass a resolution. Just like to reiterate before I get started that this is replacing a current exemption that is already on the books. So we're going to be talking tonight about real property assessment relief. And this is geared towards the volunteer firefighters, volunteer ambulance workers. We're going to talk about the current exemption, as well as the proposed exemptions and the impact to taxpayers. So currently, residents of the East Islip School Districts who are volunteer firefighter and volunteer ambulance workers are receiving a 10% property assessment value reduction. And this is something that was passed by the board on February 8th of 2005. And the requirement there was that these particular individuals have at least 5 years of service in the respective organizations. And this particular exemption is set to sunset at the end of December 9th of 2025. So if this new exemption is going to be put into place, we have to take action in order to make sure there's no gap in time between the 24-25 tax year and the 25-26 tax year. So the proposed tax exemption was amended in December 9th of 2022, the real property tax law. It also provides an opt-in benefit up to 10% of a property tax exemption, again for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers. This gives the local taxing authority, in this case the school district, the ability to set the local minimum service requirement anywhere between 2 to 5 years. In addition, as it was with the past exemption, there is a lifetime exemption through resolution for those volunteers with over 20 years of service. And as with the prior exemption, this new exemption can be extended to unremarried spouses of deceased volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers. So in an effort to recruit additional members to these two organizations, the thought is that they would lower the opt-in service requirement from 5 years to 2 years. And that is the resolution that's being considered tonight by the Board of Education, to adopt the new resolution, new exemption, with a minimum service requirement of 2 years. So I think I just covered everything on this slide as well. So I'll skip to the next. So under the current exemption, there are 148 parcels within the East Islip School District boundaries that are currently getting the exemption. The total, the sum of all those exemptions total $636,000. And again, these are volunteers who have a minimum of 5 years of service to their organizations. So what would be an additional cost to the remaining taxpayers who do not qualify for these exemptions would be for any members from the volunteer firefighters or ambulance workers that have service time between 2 and 5 years, because everybody who has 5 years or more are already getting this particular exemption. So the additional cost to the rest of the tax base would only be representative of that small population. And right now, the anticipation is that the impact will be negligible to the remaining taxpayers of the community. Because when exemptions are granted, the district still receives all its property taxes that it levies to the town of Islip. So if there's an exemption for a certain part of the population, other parts of the population have to make up that difference. And that cost that's currently in everyone's tax rate because of the existing exemption is about $16 annually to the average taxpayer. So the additional cost from going from 5 years down to 2 years is again negligible, and you don't have enough information to calculate it, but it's only for those members who have less than 5 years of service, but more than 2. So at this time, if there are any questions, I'd like to answer them.
Questions? Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Thank you.
So I'm going to convene the meeting now. Please stand for the pledge.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board President to advise members of the audience that they may address the board regarding agenda items after the superintendent's report. Only those members whose names and addresses are listed on the sign-in sheet available prior to the start of the meeting will be recognized during the business. The chairperson will limit discussions of any item by the public to 3 minutes in order for the board to expeditiously conduct its business. This time I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Manso.
Thank you, Mr. Dorgan. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm very pleased to report that our winter sports and our concerts are in full swing. If you have not had the chance to make it to one of our concerts, please try to make to the elementary school concerts, which are coming up on Monday next week, RCK at 6 p.m. in the high school, and JFK on Thursday at 6 p.m. as well. It's a real treat, so please try to come out. It's amazing to see the support that we've been getting in the last few concerts of the community coming out and really enjoying what our students' talents and what they have to share. Tonight we have 2 special presentations lined up. The first presentation is in the recognition of the Students Against Destructive Decisions, winners from JFK and RCK. I'm going to ask Mr. Piccolo to come up and share with the group.
Good evening. Thank you, Board. Thank you, Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent, for having us here. I'm Bridget Piccolo. I'm the advisor of the Students Against Destructive Decisions Club. It's a national club, and I have my president here along with some of the members. Right now we have about 50 members of SAD that are very active, so I'm going to have our president speak to you, give you some information about this program and about what we do as a club.
Good evening. My name is Florence Gonzalez, and I'm the president of the East Islip High School SAD Club. SAD is a national organization, and our chapter is very active since September. We have run the Red Ribbon program, whereas we visited every 5th grade class in our school district. We were able to speak to the students about making good decisions, getting involved in school and communities, and as well as discussing the hazards of drugs and alcohol. SAD members also were able to speak to them about choosing friends and how to make good decisions. SAD members also asked each student to make and design a red ribbon with an anti-drug slogan, and they wrote a letter to the graduating seniors. 5th grade students were able to share the information that the SAD members had taught them and given them in those letters, and they will be given to the graduates at the graduation. The message is to remind seniors to make good decisions in college and to be role models to the 5th graders. Most recently, the SAD has visited the middle school health classes and discussed the hazards of drugs, alcohol, self-esteem, eating disorders, and peer pressure. SAD's goal is to run programs to help students not be part of the statistics. Our slogan is it's choice, not chance, that determines your future. Ms. Pickle will now call up the winners from this year's Red Ribbon Contest.
What's also about SAD is that it is a club that's very inclusive. Everybody's welcome, 9th through 12th grade. And what I love most about this club in particular is that no matter your interest, no matter what's going on, it's the nicest group of kids that get together and they just want to make positive change. If you can, you could follow our Instagram, and every day a positive saying is posted there. And that's East Islip High School SAD Instagram. So they each take turns running that Instagram and work on making sure that our school stays as positive as possible. I'd like to call up the winners of this year's Red Ribbon Contest. We choose one winner per elementary school that has a 5th grade, which is one winner from RCK, one from JFK. This year I'd like to award Padma Maran from RCK. I'd like to call up Mrs. Escaldel, I knew, Escaldel. And I don't know if Dr. Jones is here today. I don't think she is. Should you come up and join us? Thank you. So for the Red Ribbon Contest, big prize, just so you know, big prize. I'm very excited. $25 at Target plus a back water bottle on Frisbee. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. I'm going to have you read your slogan.
Drink water, not drugs.
Just so you know, she's very much in the arts. You know, you're going to be an artist, right? But she has all sorts of drawings of water bottles and what they should say, and all sorts of positive things in there. So you it's over here. Congratulations. Maybe you stay right over here, thanks. The next winner is Madison Schultz from JFK with Miss Gardy. And I don't know if Dr. Smith is able to do it. He's very good, thank you. Right here.
1, 2, 3, be drug free.
The SAD Club enjoyed that because it's that easy. It's that easy as 1, 2, 3 to be drug free. So good job on that. All right. Thank you. Over here. Your certificates. Oops. So thank you very much, everybody, for having SAD come up and do this presentation. We're very proud of our winners, and for the SAD members to go out and to, help educate the younger students. Unfortunately, statistics are that in 5th grade is when all these decisions start being made about drinking and drugging, if we can just imagine. And when we tell the 5th grade class that, they're like, what? Can't believe it. And then they realize, well, you know what? Let's make this commitment right now to make good decisions. So thank you for supporting SAD, and hopefully you can enjoy one of our fundraisers. We have one in April. It's our fashion show. All the money raised from that pays for all the programs that we do at all the elementary schools, middle school, and high school. So come out and join us for a fun night then.
Second. Debbie.
Congratulations to Jason and Tyler. Great job. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Stanton, President, to step up.
Good evening. I want to thank the district administration for having me here tonight, Board of Education, to highlight some of our programs in the Career and Technical Education program. The departments that encompass career and technical, I feel like I need to face multiple ways, I'm sorry. They used to have a screen here, so everyone can be involved. Yeah. The departments that encompass career and technical education are the business department, the family consumer science departments, the technology education department, and the cosmetology departments. Throughout my time as director the last 6 years, we've done an incredible job, my teachers and I, of building up these departments, and I'm happy to have them all here today with students to come speak about all the experiences they've had in the program. So I'm not going to do too much talking, which is nice for me, because I have 2 presentations today. The clicker thing doesn't work, by the way. I can just hit the space bar, it's all right. All right, so first up, we're going to talk about the East Islip Robotics Program and hand the mic over to Mr. Connell.
Hi everybody, how you doing? My name is Mr. Connell. I'm the teacher of the robotics program at the high school. Been teaching it for a few years now. We have many different programs within it. You could start as a freshman, take introductory robotics, and then there's multiple levels that go on after that. In addition to the 3 levels of classes that you can take, we have a competition robotics team where we go out and travel and compete against other school districts with similar programs on Long Island and sometimes off of Long Island. We also have a robotics club that you can get involved with as well. I have some of my students here tonight. You guys can just say hi. We got the Blast Chucks boys over there, 2-for-1 sale. Their parents brought both of them, which is great. And then I have probably the most intelligent student I've ever had the opportunity to work with, Mr. Jack Urbano. He's a wonderful human being, great, enthusiastic student. Even though he's super smart, just disregard that he wore shorts in 30-degree weather, that's fine. You know, I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of students like these guys, and it's just, it's been an honor to, you know, be the robotics teacher, so I appreciate it. All right, thanks for coming.
So this year, I'm the president of the robotics club and the team, and in January, we're looking forward to our first competition of the season. And we're building a robot to play the latest game, and we're going to go take it there. We have to talk to the judges. It's not just... Sorry, I cut out for a sec. It's not just like what you may be thinking where you just go and drive it around. There's a lot that goes into this. You build this robot, and you have to go talk to these judges and like really sell them on your idea. It's not just about winning. It's about showing them what went into how the robot is when you bring it there. All the design choices, the iteration, everything from day 1 up until when you get there, how your robot became that way. And then also on top of that, you have to go win. You gotta go drive it around, play the game, and beat everyone. So we'll see how we do this year. You know, we have no real metrics. You know, we just built the robot. We haven't seen what everyone else has done besides on the internet. We have no real field testing besides what we've done in class, but I think we have a pretty good shot. So, that's it.
All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the video program, which I'm not going to talk too much, because we have our weatherman here to talk a little bit about the program.
Hi, my name is Stephen Forey. I'm a junior, and I've been involved with WFDK pretty much since I was a freshman, as Mr. Lackner let me come into the studio, as I was so excited about it, as it's my dream to be a broadcast meteorologist. And in 10th grade, I took video production, which helped me get introduced to the studio, how it works, you know, being in front of the camera, gaining all those skills. And working as a team is definitely something that is huge that I've learned through Mr. Lackner and WFDK. Then that led me into broadcasting in 11th grade, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. Every week I get to design my own forecast graphic on Photoshop, and it's just such a great skill to have, as it'll help me throughout college and even going into the field, which is something that I'm sure a lot of people can't say that they have, that they've got to experience that in high school, as early as high school. It's such an amazing experience. Then every week, get to do the weekend weather, get behind the green screen and just practice, getting comfortable with all the graphics and where to move, how to look good on camera, and just do the best I can. Helps with my forecasting skills, and every week I look at each forecast that I do and try and get better each week. And it's really just been an absolutely amazing program, and I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that Mr. Lackner and WFDK has provided me.
Hi, I'm Juliana Vanville. I'm one of the news anchors for WFTK, and I just want to talk about the class, about how we post a news segment every Friday about weekly updates, what's going on with the school. We have a bunch of different jobs in the whole classroom, from editing to being in the soundboard and to being on screen. And we interview teachers and students to get to know what's going on in the school, basically. That's it. We keep everyone engaged and updated.
I would be remiss if I didn't show a 1-minute video of the video class.
Lights, camera, action. In video production, you have the opportunity to create all kinds of videos. From interviews to short films, you are able to use your creativity. Video production gives you access to all kinds of different software programs, so you can edit your projects. In this class, teamwork is super important. You get to work together to make your ideas come to life. Get to work behind the scenes in the control room, where you have access to all special effects, such as sound effects, green screen, and broadcasting. Get an inside look on how to produce and direct your films. Film your videos with either a video camera or your phone. We get to use all types of cameras, so you can get a shot with any angle. Once you are done with your video, you get to show off your hard work to the class. And don't worry, the fun doesn't end here, guys. After you finish taking video production 1, it just gets better. You are now able to take either broadcasting or video production 2, where you can use the basics to create a more advanced work.
And you can follow. So it's just, I want to highlight also for both those programs at the high school, because of the demands from the students, both of them also now have 3 levels, which is nice. So there's 3 levels of robotics now and 3 levels of the media class. On to Mr. Spruitt, our wood, metal, and auto teacher extraordinaire.
All right, I'm Chad Spruitt, wood, metal, and auto. I brought 3 students here that have been with me now for 3 years. To have this happen very often. You guys have been excellent. They're going to talk about what they did 3 years ago, last year, and what's going on this year, and a huge final project that we hope to have done by the end of this school year.
I'm Brody Conham.
I'm Chris Coleman.
I'm Frank Muscarella.
First year, we worked on some small engines, learned everything, took them apart, rebuilt them, tried to get them running again. We also learned how to detail a car the right way, dismount a tire, mount a tire, balance a tire, change oil, and then here, Frank.
So our second year, my buddy Chris brought in his Jeep. When I first saw it, it was a car that I thought was destined for the junkyard. We took the body off, we repaired all the holes in the frame, we welded it, painted it. If you saw it today, it's not the same car it was a year ago.
This year, me, Frank, and Brody are student helpers in the class, so we come in on our free periods, we're finishing it up. He's still welding patch panels all over. We got it pretty close, putting Bondo on it. We're gonna paint it soon, and it's came a long way.
Throughout the process of the Jeep, there's been a lot of challenges we've worked through, like a lot of rusted parts that we've had to re-weld and structure. structure it with metal, and get it sturdy again.
All right, thanks, guys. Guys, so the Jeep talking about was very, very, very bad. Like 50 pounds of rust came off this thing. Made our own patch panels, welded everything together, and the thing was literally Swiss cheese. It was just moving around like it was spaghetti was stronger when it was like, boiled away. All right, and now it's all back together and perfectly straight, and they did all the welding, all the cutting, all the materials, along with many other kids in the class. Good job, guys.
Just the sports classes are constantly taking on projects to upgrade the school as well. If you see the flower boxes in front of the high school, those are some of the work of our students from last June in our woodworking class. Okay, and Mrs. Avella for middle school technology.
Hello everyone, I'm Pam Manala. I teach technology education at the middle school, which is a bunch of hands-on projects, a scaled-down version of what we do at the high school. So we'll do some wood projects, we go outside and launch rockets in the spring. We do have some sample projects on the table over there, and we tell our students, if you like this wood project, you can get to the high school and take a whole course on wood. I do have a few students here that would like to tell you about technology. This is the Nary family. All the children from the Narys are here.
Hi, my name is Jake Nary. I am in the 7th grade tech class with Miss Avella. The project we worked on was hot air balloons. We traced pieces of tissue paper, cut them out, glued them all together, and then cut a circle for the lid. So the hot air stayed in. We glued the top on, and then we used painter's tape to tape the bottom. Then after all teams finished, which there were 4 teams, we went to the auditorium and launched the hot air balloons. We got a grade on the height of the hot air balloon and how well we glued the sides together. I love tech class with Miss Avella.
Thank you. Madeline. Madeline's in 8th grade, learning about robotics with Mr. Kench.
Hi, my name is Madeline Nary, and I'm in the 8th grade technology class with Mr. Kench. This year, we have been working on robots, and we have played robot soccer. At the end of the 3 minutes for the robot soccer, whoever had the most in their goal, one was placed on the winner's bracket and had a chance to win until they got eliminated twice. The loser got placed on the loser's bracket and had one more chance to get eliminated. Oh, and we were allowed to work with our friends. I enjoyed my 8th grade technology class with Mr. Kench.
We thought he was shy, but he's come forward.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Travis Nary. I am in 7th grade technology with Miss Avella. The project that we did was the air rockets, and the first step was to get the air rocket tube. Then we cut the fins, put our name on the air rocket and the fins, then colored it with any color Sharpie. Then we hot glued the fins onto the bottom of the air rocket. We then put the cap on, used a long wooden rod, put the rod inside of the tube from the top and slammed it on the table. We pulled the rod out and then our rockets were finished. I love 7th grade technology class with Miss Avella.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot. And you can see all the wonderful projects from those departments on the table, on your way out tonight. Okay. We are up to Family and Consumer Science. Ms. Smith.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Allison Smith. Thank you for coming and thank you for having us. I'm the 6th grade FACS teacher. I also teach FACS at the high school. 6th grade FACS consists of hand sewing projects as well as character development. I love the aspect where I get to see students who come in with little to no sewing skills and create beautiful works of art that they could have forever. Some samples are on the table over there. I also run the FACS Club that consists of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders where we work in the kitchens, we work together to create meals and snacks and appetizers of all kinds, and I have some students here who want to speak about that.
Hi, my name is Blake Pelagi, and one of my favorite parts about FACS Club is we get to cook. When we make bigger meals, we prep on Wednesday and cook on Thursday. One of my favorite things we made was the Pop-Tarts.
Thank you.
In FACS class, we make stuff like Pop-Tarts and some other good snacks. It's reduced my stress levels over the past few weeks, so thanks to that. So, this club is really fun, like it's just calming for me, I guess.
Thanks, Connor.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Me too, you're good.
Okay. So, I like to sew and cook, so FACS class was kind of my calling. We kind of just learn different sewing techniques, like Ms. Smith said, we learn about character development, and in FACS Club, we cook. We've made pizza bagels, and then we made salsa, but I wasn't there for that one. We made cake pops. Yeah.
I also teach the food prep class, the culinary, at the high school with Ms. Schwender. It's really nice to see the students who come into the classroom and have never washed a dish before, really get their hands dirty and practice these skills. And what's the best, in my opinion, is that they go home and they do these things in the house and they just really have a nice time with it.
And I want to, my name is Mrs. Schwender, Kelly Schwender. Thank you. I also teach the culinary courses along with Allison Smith, and I just want to say it's been wonderful working with her. She's a wonderful partner, and we have grown our FACS department with the culinary classes. She's teaching 3, I have 1, and I'll go on to child development. I have 4 sections this year, so we have over 100 students in the child development program. Some of you, I know you're upstairs, you may walk by our little gym over here, where we have the girls come over and host 16 workshops for the little children at South Shore Learning. So they come, and a bunch of my students are in the audience, so I want to commend and thank them so much. They do a lot of work inside the classroom and bring it here to bring it alive for the children and make it a festive, thematic event. So they plan and execute the little workshops and have all of their little kids come throughout. And like I said, there's 16 classrooms. We're teaching them 5 motor skills, reinforcing shapes, colors, alphabet, numbers, and color recognition. And the students devise and create all of the games and activities for that. This year, or right now, is Candyland. So if you ever get a chance to walk by, we'll be there tomorrow and Monday if you want to come and visit. And I have a Dakota Collins who's going into early childhood education. and she signed with Niagara, and she's going to be going birth through 5, right? Awesome.
Hello and good evening. My name is Dakota Collins and I'm here tonight to talk about the excellent program that Ms. Schwender runs here at East Islip. She runs Food Prep and Health Management, Child Development 1 and 2. I have been lucky enough to take all of her classes, and throughout my time here, her classes have helped me learn my passion and how much I love working with kids. Her class taught me to be my best self and learn activities and help entertain the kids. In these classroom visits, I've learned to help with hands-on experience, watching how teachers work with other students and see how things are done. She always made sure we had everything, even if sometimes I was slacking in class or my project didn't have enough toys, she always made sure I had it. She always made sure no kid went without, and she taught me to do the same. So because of her help and her inspiration, it's helped me decide that I want to be one of these teachers and help other kids like she helped me.
Thank you so much.
And right now, that's a New York State NYSET approved pathway for graduation, which students, if they complete all the rigorous coursework and then pass local assessments and performance assessment, can earn a CT endorsement on their diploma, as well as potentially exiting with one less Regents examination. I'm going to bring up Mrs. Couch to talk about cosmetology 1 and 2 briefly, which is our other NYSET approved pathway.
Hello everybody, I will not be using the microphone because I promise you that I will hurt your ears if I try to. So my name is Mrs. Couch. This is my second year here at East Islip High School teaching cosmetology. Mostly my job is to create a fun and creative outlet for my students, and I prep them to take their NOCTI exam, their second year, which is a state exam, and then I prep them for their state board exam, which leads to licensure. So I have my second year student, Madison, here, who's going to say a couple words for us. Would you like the microphone? Yeah. Or would you like to just scream like I do?
No.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Madison. I'm a second year student in cosmetology. The first year we learned how to use like our hot tools, like the curling irons, the Marcel iron, the straightener, the blow dryer, and just like the simple basic cuts. And then in our second year, we're learning the more cuts, and then we're also learning all of our chemical services, like our lightning treatments, our chemical relaxers, our coloring, and then we're learning how to prep for our state board exams.
If anybody wants to come visit us, please email me, nina.couch@eischools.org. Please email me, and we would love to service you.
Not only am I the director, I'm also a client. All right, lastly, Mr. Smar is going to vent briefly about the business department. We're going to wrap it up. I know I got a little long, but as you can see, all the students are very excited to be here tonight.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smar. I'm one of the business teachers at the high school along with Mr. Babinski. This is our beautiful new classroom in 213, 217. We've got a brand new lawn boardroom table, new computer tables, new workstations, a couple new TVs. It's beautiful. This is all my third year teaching. I thought it was going to be easy. It's been absolutely beating me down. This is rejuvenating me. It's made me feel good about coming to work again. And the students love it too. It gives an air of professionalism that the business classes deserve. And it's only there thanks to the efforts of Dr. Stanton, so I want to thank him for that. It's amazing. So yeah, the previous slide, there was a bunch of classes we teach. One of them is a capstone virtual enterprise class, and actually one of Mr. Babinski's students here. You want to say a couple words about that, Joe?
We're going to save the best for last. Hi, I'm Joe Sciano, the COO of Virtual Enterprising. Our business is called Mind's Eye. I love virtual enterprising. I love going to it every ninth period. It's very fun for me, and also being the COO of it, I also have a kind of a leadership role to it. Thinking about having that leadership role teaches me, how to be a leader, how to be a better version of myself, and also helps with hands-on learning and teaches me a lot of new skills of learning how to run a business. So, thank you.
So I guess that's it for me.
Thank you. And just so you know, every single course in our business department has college credit but one. And starting in 2026, that will be another career and technical education approved, nice and approved pathway, as we'll be giving the application in shortly. My teachers are working tirelessly on it now. I just want to thank everyone for coming. As you can see, we have a big group. We're reaching a lot of students here. Some future things that we're looking at as the graduation requirements change in New York State. They are looking at different pathways for graduation. We are way ahead of the curve, as you can hear me say, we're going to have 3. We're also looking at auto, and we're looking for another pathway through the television studio coming in 2027. So I appreciate everyone that came today. Thank you very much. As you can see, they're very supportive. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Stanton and Mrs. Piccolo for tonight's presentations, and to all our students for being here this evening representing our district well. Thanks again, and to our staff as well. Thank you for being here. The last item I have for the superintendent's report is I would like to thank Assemblyman Jared Gandolfo for assisting our district in securing a grant in aid of $30,000. These funds are going to be utilized to help build an outdoor learning space for our high school. So thank you, Assemblyman Gandolfo. Dr. Stanton, you're up again. I apologize.
This one's going to be quick, I promise. So, every year in November, we post the curriculum guide for the following school year for the secondary schools. I have some of the directors here tonight to discuss some of the elective areas that we have and some of the advanced coursework. I sent out in Parent Square, and I've also posted it on my website, the notice of advanced coursework for this year. It'll go out again in January. And just a very brief presentation just on the robustness of what we're offering here in East Islip for everyone. Again, we're not going to go through too many areas in too many great detail, but I wanted to really focus on the advanced coursework that we have here today. Dr. Wado is up first.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much. I think first I'm going to talk about our art department at the high school. Our high school art department is the first high school in Suffolk County to offer college credit through the Stony Brook ACE program, and that is through photography and the digital arts. We also have a very active art honor society, and actually, was it last night? We had almost 100 parents over at the middle school doing paint night, led by our art honor society children, so it was fantastic. And it's a very, very robust program, and we have a lot of sequences that start at level 1 and go all the way to level 3. So it is a fantastic program. And then here at our middle school, the students advance their skills through drawing and painting and exploring three-dimensional art. And the big culminating project that they do at the end of the year is the Art and Jazz Festival. This year we're working with the Art and Music Festival, which I'll talk a little bit in a second, because we're transitioning. But the art teachers have been doing tremendous work, and they help the students get to the high school so they can build their skills and get those college credits. So I'm going to move on to music. At our high school, I can't speak enough about what we do there, but in general, this is the second year in a row that we've been recognized by NAM to be one of the best communities for music education, and that's because of the work of our children and our parents and our teachers. We have our dramas, our musicals, we have our concerts, and we have high-level acting courses to get our students prepared, and we've won awards through Teenies and been recognized across our county and our state. We've even had students go to the national level to represent us as an East Islip student. And we're one of the few schools that have a mindfulness, movement, and music therapeutic course that is super fantastic and really drives great opportunities for our children, especially in the times when we are dealing with social and emotional stresses. So it's very, very important. And at our middle school level, again, very similar. We have our musical there once a year. They do fantastic work. We have students that are represented at SCMEA, which is our Suffolk County level. NISMA every year. LISFA is specific for our string students. We also have our 8th grade students, which is about 90% of the students. All 8th graders go on a Music in the Parks, and they are assessed, and they go to an adjudicator, they get a master class, and then they go to a park for the rest of the day, and it's a fun time for them. And I think there was one other thing that I wanted to say, and it slipped my mind, but we do have a fantastic department across the board, and I think Dr. Stan, are you next? No? Ms. Garles, thanks so much.
Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So our courses offer a wide range of opportunities for students to explore their passions and develop new skills. In creative writing, students craft short stories, poetry, and fiction that ignite imagination. In journalism, students shape stories for the broadcaster while mastering media and hand storytelling. For those drawn to personal growth, speech and communication hones public speaking, advertising strategies, and interview skills. Greek mythology unveils timeless tales of heroes like Hercules and Jason. So these courses are not just classes, they're pathways to imagination, inspiration, and growth. In social studies, our courses are designed to challenge and inspire, offering rigorous courses that prepare students for success in college and beyond. In AP World History, sophomores delve into global trends and developments since 1450, honing their historical analysis skills. AP US History provides a comprehensive exploration of America from 1491 to the present, emphasizing advanced source evaluation and historical arguments. Seniors deepen their civic knowledge with AP US Government and Politics, which explores US political structures and public policy through hands-on projects. For those intrigued by society, courses like sociology and criminal justice offer insights into social dynamics, the justice system, contemporary issues, and opportunities to earn college credit. In psychology and AP Psych, students explore the fascinating world of human behavior and mental processes through experiments, debates, and analysis. AP Human Geography is a new course that we're offering, which is going to be taking this exploration further by examining how humans interact with their environment, studying cultural patterns, urban development, and global connections. Trial and debate sharpens skills in law, courtroom procedures, and public speaking through mock trials and team debates. So these are gateways to real-world understanding and impactful learning experiences. And now it is my privilege to introduce Dr. John DeNova.
Thank you. So our middle level math courses offer students a range of exploratory opportunities in number and ratio, and they progress to a study of algebra. Students are growing through the Regent sequence in our high school, and they can additionally enroll in computer programming, pre-calculus, statistics, data science, and calculus. And I'm excited to share that for the first time in 2025, students who study honors pre-calculus will have the opportunity to earn college credit. And we already provide a similar option for this through LIU in calculus. We are looking to augment student enrollment in computer science and programming coursework. Data science is something I'd like to highlight. It's a unique crossover course where students work at the intersection of computer programming and coding and data analysis, and it's provided through a nice partnership with UCLA. East Islip science courses at the middle level engage kids in a study of physical and life sciences that propel students through a 4-year Regent sequence in our high school. Our highest aim is for students to complete both chemistry and physics courses. We do offer elective courses for students to study the skies through astronomy and the world beneath the waves in marine science. College credit again is available through Long Island University for courses in anatomy, animal behavior, and our future detectives in forensics. Honors Research is our local preparatory course that is doing a strong job of feeding our AP program in seminar and research. It's been my pleasure to share with you a quick glimpse of our math and science courses, and I'll now introduce Mr. Seifert, who will speak about our offerings in world languages.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak about one of my departments. So in 5th grade, students get the opportunity to choose their language of choice. We give them 2 options, and it's safe to say that you get your first option, your first choice. 99% of the kids then go on to continue studying this language as well. So it starts out in the 6th grade, and it's an every other day course, meaning it's an A day or B day course, and it's butted up against your either art or phys ed. In the 7th and 8th grade, you continue with your language. Like I said, 99% of the time the children keep that language of choice. And you prepare for the high school by going to your class every day. And this is the accelerated program, where at the end, if you pass the course and you pass the exam, sometimes known as the FLAX exam or the Checkpoint A exam, that actually gives you your first high school credit. So you're in middle school, you're taking the high school course, and you're getting your first credit, provided you pass the class and pass the course. Some of the opportunities there are local trips to restaurants. For example, this year we have Tango, a steakhouse in Central Islip. Moving on to the high school, we have kids entering 9th grade, like I said, already with some high school credit, and one of the Regent's diploma requisites already taken care of. We expect and we would like our students to continue on for another 2 years. And also new now to the high school is the ability to enter into the American Sign Language program. You take 2 more years of language, you take the Checkpoint B exam, you pass that, and now you're earning your way towards an advanced Regent's diploma. Continuing with your language, you get the opportunity to travel abroad if you stay with 4 and 5. And you also get college credit also through the ACE program. We have other availability also with the different levels of proficiency. We have regular Spanish, for example, regular Italian, for example, regular French, but also honors in those areas. American Sign Language is a year 1, year 2, year 3, and that all 3 levels offer that ACE college credit as well. So what I'm very proud to be is a part of a department and school district where you graduate middle school with high school credit, and you graduate high school with college credit, and also some of the nicest experiences traveling abroad with your teachers and friends. Thank you. Back over to Dr. Stan.
Thank you. I just wanted to highlight for physical education the new course, Fitness for Life. This is the first year that it's running. It's a wonderful class in that wonderful new facility in the back of the gym. They're doing lots of yoga in the class, doing lots of CrossFit style workouts back there. The kids look very tired, so it looks like it's a very successful class to me. I cheated tonight because I had my own 25-minute presentation before this, so you don't need to hear about all that stuff again. But what I did want to highlight was the tail of the tape on the college credits. Well, I'll talk a second about BOCES. Just in addition to all the programs you heard about here that we offer in East Islip, if there's an experience that we can't offer here, like aviation because we can't land a plane on the football field, we do send students out to BOCES for those experiences. So this is our first year that we've opened it up to juniors, so now we're offering 2-year programs to juniors as well. And you know, some of them are coming out, you know, with some very great skills to move along there as well. Welding being the kind of like the most in-demand program at BOEs, and we're able to get 2 or 3 students into that every single year. It's just a tremendous program, tremendous facility. But what I wanted to highlight was the tail of the tape. You know, advanced placement courses here in the district has the potential for 69 college credits with all of our course offerings. But more importantly, as of 25-26, we're going to offer over 100 credits to our students. And if you combine those together, that's 177. 5 years ago when I took over, in my mind, I had the number 100 in 5 years, and now we've exceeded that. And, you know, 177, I'm thinking 200 hopefully in the next 5 years. And, you know, it's just a tremendous amount of work to get this done, and it's a lot of lifting from everyone behind me. And it's a lot of support from everyone up there on the stage. So I just really appreciate all the support and, you know, everyone's hard work. Thank you. That's the most I've talked since I've stopped teaching.
Thank you, Mr. Stanton, and to all our administrators who are here this evening presenting everything we offer our students. It's really impressive to see all the opportunities we provide our students. So thank you again. That's all I have, Mr. Dorgan.
Thank you, Mr. Manzo. So I'm going to move on to public comments on agenda items only. Public comments? No. Certified personnel. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the resignations, termination, leave of absences, position abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with applicable provisions of education and civil service law as cited in the certified personnel attachments. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Non-certified personnel. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the resignations, terminations, the leave of absences, position abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with applicable provisions of education law and civil service law as cited in the non-certified personnel attachments. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Anyone need anything removed from the consent agenda? Okay. Consent agenda items 9.1 through 9.29. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the consent agenda items numbers 9.1 through 9.29 in accordance with the action presented for each item. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. The new cosmetology scholarship. Whereas the Board of Education of the East Islip Union Free School District administers the East Islip Union Free School District, whereas Dr. Jason Stanton, herein referred to as the donor, desires to make a gift to the Board of Education in order to create a scholarship to be known as the Dr. Jason Stanton Cosmetology Student Scholarship Fund, and whereas Education subsection 1709, 12A, and 1804-1 authorize the Board of Education to take and hold in trust for the purpose of awarding scholarships in the schools any real estate transferred to it by gift, grant, bequest, or devise, or any gift, legitimate legacy, or annuity, or whatever kind, given or bequeathed to the board, and apply the same or the interest and proceeds thereof according to the instructions of the donor or attester. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the East Islip Union Free School District creates the above named scholarship fund as stated, as set forth below. Based upon the understanding between the donor and the Board of Education, the donor shall deliver to the Board of Education for deposit in trust and agency account in the bank designated by the Board of Education a sum not to exceed $450 annually, which the donor hereby gives to the Board of Education forever and unconditionally, except as herein set forth. The scholarship shall be named the Dr. Jason Stanton Cosmetology Student Scholarship Fund. The scholarship shall be awarded annually in an amount not to exceed $450 to a deserving senior with the highest grade point average in East Islip High School. Cosmetology program who successfully passed the local cosmetology portfolio assessment, showcasing skill, artistry, and professionalism, and successfully passed both portions of the National Occupational Competency Testing Institute cosmetology exam for New York State. The funds allocated to the scholarship shall come from such income or interest as is accrued in a particular year, plus such use of the principal as necessary to issue the scholarships. The details of the organization, administration, and scholarship fund will be left to the discretion of the Board of Education, while the annual recipient will be selected by the East Islip High School Scholarship Committee. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Santa, for that. We appreciate it. A donation from EI Maps. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby accepts a donation of $2,000 from EI Maps, which will be used to offset the Dorney Park trip. This donation will reduce the cost of the trip for the students. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much, EI Maps, for that donation. Appropriation changes for the 2024-25 school year. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the attached list of appropriation changes for the 2024-25 school year. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
This is going to be a long one, folks. Regionalization opt-out. Whereas on September 9, 2024, the New York State Board of Regents approved the emergency adoption, the addition of Part 124 and Subpart 124-2 to Subchapter E of the regulations of the Commission of Education relating to the regionalization plans known as regionalization regulations. And whereas at its December 9th, 2024 meeting, the Board of Regents approved the reorganization regulation, regionalization regulations for final adoption as amended, the amended regionalization regulations. And whereas the amended regionalization regulations added a new section 124-28 titled Non-Participation, which provides a mechanism for the school district to elect not to participate in the development of a regionalization plan by notifying the New York State Education Department Office of Education Policy of such election in writing by no later than January 15, 2025, and every 10 years thereafter. And whereas on the December 9th Board of Regents meeting, the New York State Education Department representatives further asserted that the notification electing not to participate under the amended regionalization regulation constitutes an opt-out of the entirety of the regionalization process, including the development and implementation of the regionalization plan. And whereas the East Islip Union Free School District strongly opposes any initiative that jeopardizes local control of our schools or redistributes taxpayer dollars and resources to other jurisdictions. And whereas the preservation, protection, and maintenance of complete and total control of all school district operations is of paramount importance to the Board of Education and Administration, and in the best interest of the East Islip school community, our students, and our schools. Whereas, after review and consideration of the amended regionalization regulations, the East Islip Union Free School District has determined that it will not participate in the development of a regionalization plan or any aspect of a regionalization plan. Now, therefore, be it resolved in accordance with the foregoing, the East Islip Union Free School District hereby exercises its election not to participate in the development of a regionalization plan or in any aspect of the regionalization plan unless otherwise subsequently authorized by the Board of Education. And be it further resolved that the Superintendent of Schools shall provide written notification of said election to not participate in a regionalization plan to the New York State Department Office of Education Policy prior to January 15, 2025. Be it further resolved that said notification to the New York State Department Office of Education Policy shall include an express reservation of the school district's rights and remedies respecting its decision not to participate in the regionalization plan and/or any other action that negatively impacts local control of the district's operations. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? So I just wanted to mention, I want to just take a moment to address this topic of regionalization. The survey, which was due December 5th, after careful consideration, we, the Board of Education, have decided that our district will not participate in the survey at this time. Our decision stems from a lack of clarity and understanding regarding the true intent of the New York State Education Department in conducting this survey. As noted in the Commissioner's memo, there are still many unanswered questions which add to our concerns. That said, we will remain committed to advocating for our students in our community. We will formally indicate our interest in participating in any future conversations or initiatives that directly impact the well-being and success of our students. Our focus continues to be on ensuring that any decision involving our district are made with the best interests of our students, family, and community members in mind. I want to thank you all for your understanding and support. Anyone else have anything to add?
Well said.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Old business? Anybody have any old business?
Not really old business, but just so everybody knows that we voted, it was on the consent agenda tonight, as far as that presentation that Mr. Harrison gave, as far as for the tax exemption for the firefighters and exchange ambulance. So that was approved. So if anybody's considering joining either one of these great organizations here that serve the community, now you even have a little bit of a financial incentive to get out there and do it. So they're great organizations, the fire department, the exchange ambulance, so get out there and join and help them out.
Thank you, Mr. Zachary. Anyone else? New business? Dr. Belson?
Hi, on new business this evening we have a policy to be abolished. It is recommended by our attorney. It's not a required policy, so this will be put on the agenda for January as an action item.
Thank you, Dr. Belson. Anyone else? New business? I just wanted to mention what Mr. Manzo said earlier about the concerts. I had an opportunity to see the middle school concert. Of course, my son participated in it, so it was a great presentation of our students from chorus, orchestra, and band. Just seeing those kids perform, they gave it their all. It was really great to see. So I want to thank Dr. Wado, all the teachers, Mr. Monterano. Thank you very much. Public comments.
Tara McDermott? I believe she had to leave.
Okay.
That was it.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. The next Board of Education regular business meeting will be held Thursday, January 16, 2024. It should be 2025. I apologize. At 7 p.m. Can I get a motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.